I think rainy day, especially perfect time to find out what to watch. So let's welcome in our first live guest of the morning. You know him, you love him.
You do love him. We all love him.
Let's say good morning now to film critic Dale Pollak. Dale, great to see you.
Great to see you, Jackie and Brian. Great to be with you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, so let's start with your first one. You just saw this in theaters, Fly Me to the Moon. Tell us about it.
That's right. I went last night. It's trying to be a screwball comedy, which is a genre that's kind of disappeared in the modern era. It stars Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum, and they're two really great-looking actors. The problem is there isn't much chemistry between them.
Shoot.
When you're making a romantic comedy, that chemistry has to be up front and center. This is reminiscent of the old Cary Grant, Rosalind Russell movies from the 40s. What's unusual is the space program is the setting in the late 1960s, right around the time of the moon landing. And the thing this film does best is integrate that whole conspiracy theory about the moon landing having been staged on a sound stage somewhere. That becomes very real in this story, and that's the best aspect to this movie. It's the part I enjoy the most. Scarlett Johansson is terrific in this. She plays a real hustler. Tatum Channing mostly just glowers. He doesn't really have much to do. So without the chemistry, it's not as funny as you would hope it would be. I'm giving it 3 popcorns for a really valiant try and for a reminder of what a really good actress Scarlett Johansson is. I wish we saw her on the screen more often.
Interesting.
Okay.
Screwball comedy that deals with a fake moon landing. I'm a hard time putting that together, but
Yeah.
3 popcorns,
Well,
it must work pretty well.
Yeah, they managed to integrate that pretty well. But you know, the problem is you need that heat between the two stars, the
Right.
male and the female star, and it's just largely absent from this outing.
Oh, that is disappointing too. And I hope our next film is not disappointing. I was a big fan of Beverly Hills Cop when it first came out. Beverly Hills Cop Axel F is now out on Netflix. Dale, please give me some good news.
I'm afraid not, Brian. In fact,
Oh.
the F in the title is a very good indication of how I viewed this film. You know, Eddie Murphy is ageless. He's terrific in this. He's got his patter. He's got his timing. The problem is nothing else in the movie works. Maybe not an F. I would give this a D. Several of the cast members have, and I'm saying this as an elderly person, have aged too much. So Judge Reinhold and John Ashton just look way too old for this film. And they've given him a new relationship with his daughter, played by an actress that I was unfamiliar with, Taylor Page, and that just doesn't work at all. I haven't seen this amount of cliched, silly dialogue between major characters in a long time. This film just doesn't work. It wastes the talent of Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and it really wastes the talent of Eddie Murphy. I mean, it would have been great to see him come back in a different kind of vehicle, trying to resurrect Beverly Hills Cop 40 years after the original is not a recipe for success. It's a recipe for a boring, overly long, unfunny movie. And so I just can't, I'm giving it 2 popcorns and being somewhat charitable because I love Eddie Murphy and I love, like you, Brian, I love the first films in this series. But it was a mistake to try to resurrect it. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, 40 years seems too long if you're going to use the original cast, too. We did show a screenshot of Kevin Bacon. Is he a villain, perhaps, in this movie?
He is the villain.
Okay.
He's very brief, though. I think he's only got 2 or 3 scenes. So if he is the villain, he's not very present as one.
Okay.
Huh. Interesting.
All movies need a little bit more Kevin Bacon, in my opinion, Dale.
Yeah, just a little extra bacon
little
on
extra
anything.
bacon,
Always
sure.
helps.
Absolutely.
Finally, The Veil on Hulu. Tell us about that one.
Well, I was looking forward to this. I'm a big fan of Elizabeth Moss, who came out of Mad Men and has had a very successful career, both on the small screen and the big screen. This was disappointing from start to finish. It's really a story of 2 women. She's some kind of a government agent, maybe CIA. She's trying to get a woman who was potentially a suicide bomber out of Iraq. And so it's supposed to be a tension-filled ride. Doesn't work on that. Elizabeth Moss frowns a lot. This is not one of her best performances. And even putting two women in danger did not create much suspense. So this was, to me, a kind of a waste of everyone's time. I don't really understand why they did this series. It doesn't work. I haven't heard much about it on social media, so I think it just kind of disappeared without a blip. And honestly, that's not a bad thing to do with this series, because once again, it fails to deliver what it promises. And when you do that to an audience over 6 episodes, by the last episode, you're kind of upset.
Yeah.
Because it didn't really give you what you were looking for.
Well, and especially
I'm
the
afraid
time
this one-
commitment you have to put into something like that, too.
Yes, thank God there's only 6 episodes of this. I mean, I'm seeing more and more series that are going to 8, 9, and 10 episodes, and those are difficult to sustain over that number of weeks. So in this case, it just doesn't work. I know Elizabeth Moss will be back with something better, but I wouldn't waste your time with The Veil. 2
Okay.
popcorns.
2 popcorns.
2 popcorns.
Dale,
So
really quick, let me ask you a follow-up on that, too. Do you think that part of the reason why some of these series fail is because they are required to come up with a certain number of episodes and the storyline just can't support it over that stretch?
I think that's a very good observation, Brian. I do think that's one of the problems. The other problem is people don't know when to stop. You know, in some cases, you may have really reached a dramatic peak in an earlier episode, and then you're adding 2 more episodes that feel like filler. So
Gotcha.
I see, you know, if we had more series that were really sharp 4 and 5 episode series, I think they would gain a bigger audience.
Okay.
All right. Good question, Brian. Thank you,
Thanks.
Dale, for all of your notes there. We appreciate your time. 3, 2, and 2. Here are those titles one more time. Maybe mark down what not to watch for some of them. Fly Me to the Moon is now in theaters. Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F on Netflix, getting a D from Dale, and The Veil on Hulu.
Disappointing. If you enjoyed Dale's recommendations, you can always find them in 2 ways. Check out the WXII YouTube playlist, Movies in Review. You can always catch Dale on his website, dalempolick.com. Good stuff. As always.
That's all.